And you guys remember we switched to Darn Tough socks a while back? Well, I've heard that they're a dealer here, and we have some holes in ours, and they have like a lifetime warranty where if you bring them in, then they're supposedly gonna replace them. So we're gonna test that out right here. Oh, see? All right, let's see if this actually works.
We are the Crawfords. We have 6 kids and are hiking the Appalachian Trail, a 2,200-mile hike from Georgia to Maine. We don't know if we can finish it, but we are doing it together.
It rained most of the night, so we are packing up, but everything is all wet. Hey, Rainier. Good morning. What are you eating for breakfast? What do you have there? Oh, a little pizza roll?
Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
We just came out of the woods and now we're in this like farmland. It's really cool. I love like just walking out into different settings like this. Just keeps things really interesting. Once we hit Boiling Springs, we've got about 14 miles left in our day. So we're gonna try to make this as quick stop as we can, but I'm looking forward to some breakfast. We're about ready to hit this piece of the trail that is 15 miles long. That's completely flat, which is really crazy because up until this point we've had like flat sections that maybe were like a couple miles long like one time. So this is, I think this will be a fun day.
Look at that right there. It even goes on to the next map.
Well,
so
like
flat.
more over here, but
oh yeah, but that's in the future. We'll worry about that. I'm back wearing my lucky blue tank top. Yesterday on the drive into the trail, Rainier got car sick and barfed all over it, and Cammie cleaned it pretty well as you can in a sink. So it smells like barf, like maybe 20%, and then I can smell like maybe 5% Dawn dish soap. But I'm hoping to get kind of sweaty today and maybe a little bit mildewy with the rain so that it doesn't smell like barf anymore. I think that'll be nice, but here's the thing about having a lucky blue tank top. All these experiences just make the tank top more lucky. So it's really kind of a win-win. At least that's the, I'm trying to look at it from the positive perspective, you know? It's like a little duck daycare. Look at all this.
look at, it's like walking on the water. They like run on the water.
Are you nervous? We are just finishing up a breakfast here that we had where we met some people that watch the videos, and this is Denise and Bill over here, and they met us and asked about our breakfast. So we've been sitting, drinking coffee like civilized people. It was really great. They're saying that someday they would like to do the trail as well. We have one mission we have to accomplish while we're in Boiling Springs. There's this outdoor store here, and you guys remember we switched to Darn Tough socks a while back? Well, I've heard that they're a dealer here, and we have some holes in ours, and they have like a lifetime warranty where if you bring them in, then they're supposedly gonna replace them. So we're gonna test that out right here. Oh, see? There it is. All right, let's see if this actually works. The guy said that they're gonna replace the socks. We just get to pick our new pair out. Which ones do I want? All right, so Cammie has a pair too that we're trading in. new socks.
It's really hard afternoon right now. We've got 10 miles of flat ground. We're hiking where someone is bringing us Chick-fil-A. It's really tough life for us, but someone's got to do it.
What's crazy is the people who are bringing us Chick-fil-A are the same people that bought us breakfast. So they're like fully supporting us what feels like the entire day. They buy our breakfast and coffee and pay for everything at the coffee shop. Then 10 miles later, they took our full order. It felt like I was at a drive-thru, except they're like specially delivering it for us tonight. You know, this hike, I've shared a little bit already about how sometimes it's easy to feel guilty because we're not in the wilderness enough, but I was with some folks the other day and they mentioned this book called Walk Across America by Peter Jenkins, which is a book I read, I don't know, almost 15 years ago. And it was really impactful to me. And it was about this guy that he says America sucks, and his teacher says, before you knock it, you should see it. So he sets out to walk across America. And he basically walked like the Appalachian Trail, but like not the wilderness. He walked highways and stayed in people's homes and worked in these small communities, meeting people. And that feels much more like what I'm excited about and what we're doing. To me, it's not about wilderness and mountains and trees, although there is a lot of that. But it's actually coming to meet and interact with these different families that we would never be able to meet or interact with otherwise. And this family today is just one example. Denise and Bill are meeting us out here and sharing their lives with us and asking us questions about hiking because they're thinking about doing it, and I don't know, hanging out in the coffee shops. I guess this same hike is a lot of things to a lot of people, but we've spent a lot of time in the wilderness, but this feels like we're almost like city hopping. One other like topic that I'm going to talk about, I'm a little bit hesitant to because it involves like the behind the scenes of the vlog, and I feel like vlogging about vlogging starts to get a little tedious, but this is our life. Back at the coffee shop, we spent like an hour on the laptop, and last night I spent 2 hours on the laptop late at night in the tent. All because like yesterday's footage, you guys probably saw, we completely lost on the SD card. And it was a preventable error that Seven made, and it was like really frustrating to me. And in fact, it's made it filming today very difficult because first of all, there was like a lot of things we talked about yesterday that now are just gone. Like, what are a few of them? Well, Rainier throwing up and that whole thing was a huge event. Us doing the half-gallon ice cream challenge, which was miserable. Yeah, we got like this amazing dinner experience by this couple who built this tent restaurant area with 2 of their kids and brought us pizza, and it was really encouraging. So anyhow, I guess the point I was gonna say was this, was Seven started editing the vlogs almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. And at the time, I was like scared to death of this happening. This is like the worst case scenarios, you can lose the footage. So I made like all these redundant steps for him to follow so that this wouldn't happen. And then I handed off my baby to him, which this project was like my baby. I really loved it, I enjoyed it, I was proud of how it turned out. And then when I passed it off to him, I had to like let go of it. And it was really hard because the first episodes were like terrible. I mean, we're talking about a 12-year-old boy like editing, and when I say terrible, I'm not saying for a 12-year-old boy, I'm saying from a 35-year-old professional video person's perspective. So I had to like just turn off a bunch of things and say, you know what, this is gonna be worth it. And I wanted to stick with it. And now a year and a half later, I am so glad that I just let so much go. And even today, you know, losing that footage yesterday seems like a really big deal right now. In the grand scheme of things, it's not gonna matter. This is what I'll try to tell myself right now. It's hard. It's so hard to just like let it go. But it's always worth it, I think, to trust the children with whatever it is that they need to do to take the next step to learn, and to be okay with them making mistakes. So this was like one of the bigger ones. That's it, like it's done. Like, so what? We missed a day of footage. To me, there's like bigger lessons for 7 to learn with like, I was like, okay, do you remember why I wrote those steps down and what happens when you skip those steps, and like, how did that work out for you? And now you understand why I made those steps. I want him to learn those lessons. But yeah, that's some of the behind the scenes stuff, you guys. Like I said, I don't like to vlog about vlogging because I just think most people just want to see the final product and be done with it. But it actually is a very tedious thing, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened earlier, honestly. It's so easy. We're juggling around memory cards upon memory cards and hard drives and trying to charge things and transfer disk space, and so easy for a lot of hard work to get flushed down the toilet. But we think it's worth it, so, because you're worth it. Back to our 10-mile hike on the flat ground to Chick-fil-A.
We basically could have slack packed today, but we didn't realize that we could have left half the stuff with the people who are bringing us dinner tonight.
But we've never slack packed.
Yeah. So that would have been really nice. But we didn't think of that, so that sucks.
For lunch, we're having sandwiches that I got at this little, it was like this little sort of gas station, but the sandwiches actually didn't look that bad. So I decided to get those. There's leftover pizza from last night and mint Oreos for dessert.
Look what we got here. How you doing there, Filia?
There's another lemonade.
There's the milkshakes.
If you want to get a straw.
Rainier, what do you got?
That Chick-fil-A was really cool.
And then right when Bill left, he said, oh, I got dessert for you guys for later. Which is these Drew Estate Cigar International Legend cigars, which is like our favorite cigar. And he didn't even know that, I guess. We walked through the rain to get here. Can you hear that? I think it's really coming down right now. It just started raining. And I noticed a change in me walking in the rain. I wasn't like depressed or scared. I was just like, oh, it's raining. Yeah. We'll be wet. Maybe we'll set the tent up in the rain. But we've done it enough times that I just knew, okay, you set it up. It might be a little bit wet and miserable.
Yeah.
But then you get the tent up and you get dry, and eventually you dry your stuff out. And I feel like in the past, I like kind of dreaded the rain.
And it was colder too.
Yeah.
So that's a different story.
I was also blown away by the fact that we dicked around in town for 3 hours, had an amazing breakfast, stopped for an hour and had a great dinner, and we did 17.2 miles before 8 p.m. or dark.
Yeah.
I was like 4 hours of screwing around and getting 17.2 miles, and like kind of a relaxing, what felt like a relaxing day. Felt really nice. Okay, we will see you guys tomorrow.
You can support us on Patreon. Whew, I'm working up a sweat right now.